Okay, chapter 9. Very similar to chapter 8. The only difference now is we have greater than signs and less than signs. Otherwise, it's all the same steps. So, to begin with. Okay, so these are the 5 signs you need to know. First one is A is greater than B. Then A is less than B. A is greater than or equal to B. A is less than or equal to B. And finally, A and B are not equal. Those 5 you're going to see throughout the unit. You need to know what they mean. Hopefully this is a review of like grade 2. But these are things you'll need to know. So to start with, in your book, page 347, work through numbers 5, 6, and 7. On number 6, you only need to worry about showing it one way. You don't need to show it 2 different ways. We haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, first part of this unit is number lines. They want you to be able to show greater than, less than, equal to, all on a number line. And again, these are things you'll have to do for your PAT. So this is where we're going to start. So you can all draw number lines. You know that negative numbers get more negative as you move to the left. Positive numbers become more positive as you move to the right. So whenever they say a visual representation or a graph kind of representation, this is what they're looking for. So to start with, you have x greater than or equal to 12, which means it's increasing. So x could be any of. So x can be any of 12, 13, 14, 15, etc. all the way to infinity. So, to begin with, to show this as a number line with it being also equal to 12, this is the line we're looking at. So you draw a solid dot where number 12 is, and then just draw an arrow increasing to infinity. You only need to show a few numbers afterwards. You don't need to go all the way into infinity to show 4 or 5 numbers like is shown there. And that is how you visually represent x is greater than 12 or equal to 12. So we need to include all decimal values as well. So that's what that solid line or arrow shows you, is that you're graphing 12.1, 13.4, 17.2, all those numbers are included, every decimal possible. Okay, the next one, t is less than or equal to negative 18. So again, t could be negative 18, negative 19, negative 20, all the way to negative infinity. So again, draw another number line, put a solid dot over negative 18 because it can equal that number, and draw an arrow to the left showing t is decreasing for possible values. Now, what happens if it's not equal to that number? This shows m is greater than 42, but it doesn't actually equal 42. So you still need to show this on a number line. So, again, you would include 43, include 44. But we're including all the decimals, so what about 42.3, 42.5, and so on? You have to be able to show that those numbers are included as well. So, to do that, now we just have an empty circle. So don't fill it in. Just a circle over 42 says you're not including it, but you're starting right after. So 42.0001, however small you want to get. That first decimal after 42 is included, but not the number 42 itself. So this will show you that m is greater than 42, but not actually equal to 42. I hope this makes sense. It's just the beginning of the chapter. From here, work through number 9, 10b, and number 11. Okay, it's all just working off the number lines, and we'll continue with the rest of 9.1 tomorrow.